Hello friends, and welcome back to r/IDOWorkHereLady and our story for today. PETA Mother, also quite entitled, pushes me into a fish pond for helping. I hope you like it and subscribe for future videos. If you read my last post, probably not, you'd know I work at a hotel with a pool and a fish pond. Both are freshwater pools, or pond I suppose. Regardless, here's the story. So here I am as a towel attendant. My job is rather simple, sit and give people towels. However, mostly due to boredom, I do odd jobs that the lifeguards or other staff don't have time for, such as fishing out a guest room key. It had fallen in at some time and the owner had forgotten it. Whenever we find a lost key, we take it to the front desk, obviously. Now, oftentimes it falls into the shallow and close part of the pond, allowing for easy retrieval, but this time it didn't. It fell into the deep and far part of the pond. We have a skimmer for this, but it was too short to reach even when extended. We don't want the fish to mistake the card for food and eat it. No doubt that it would kill most of the fish in the pond if they ate it. So me, being the glowing-brained genius that I am, decided to A, walk across the slippery and sharp rocks, and B, retrieve the card with C, a broom handle. Why? Because I have nothing better to do. I'm in full uniform too, so it'd be nearly impossible to mistake me for another who isn't an employee. As I walk towards the spot on the rocks, people give me looks, but go about their day. Who cares, right? The employee clearly has a job to do. Once I reach the closest spot to the card on the rocks, I begin to prod at the card, trying to move it closer and closer to the shallow part of the pond. All the lifeguards are busy, so I'm going to have to do this alone. Some of the fish have the fantastic idea to swarm around the card and handle and make it harder to retrieve it without hitting the fish, which would make my task redundant. I'm trying to help the fish, not hurt them after all. As I begin to have success, the smaller fish move around the card. I smack the bottom of the pond to ward them off. All's going well until I hear a yell and something land next to me. I look over and see a medium Tim Hortons cup, Canadian Dunkin' Donuts. It's filled with somebody's coffee. I look up and see a woman with an angry expression and worse, yell. It's a short distance between the two sides, so I can hear her clearly. "What do you think you're doing? Are you trying to kill the damn fish?" For the moment, I ignore her. I pick up the cup and toss it onto dry land. Continuing to move the key more, I eventually drive it into the shallow end. I take off my shoes and roll up my pants to retrieve it. I shuffle as to be more careful around the fish, who, by the way, didn't stop swarming for the handle or key. As I pick up the key, I hear someone else get into the pond. Probably one of the lifeguards, or who knows. But the next thing I know, I feel a force against my chest, and I'm flung back into the deep end. Tragedy of tragedies, I lose the card again. I push myself up to the surface. I hit my back on the fall, but other than that, I'm okay. I push the water off my face and look at my assailant. It's none other than the woman who threw her trash at me. Her shrill and loud voice made my ears ring. "Serves you right, you murderer, trying to spear a poor innocent fish with that pole of yours. I can't believe nobody tried to stop you before." Her smug look is enough to piss someone off. After quickly getting my bearings, I fire back, "What the hell do you think you're doing? You could have killed me." She scoffs and rolls her eyes. I was pretty angry at this point, but her reaction was just fueling it. "I stopped you from hurting those poor fishies. You homeless people will go to any length these days." Now, mind you, I'm in uniform, with my name tag on. I'm not homeless, I work here. I was getting a plastic card out of the fish pond. She smiled and told me, "You clearly weren't. I've already told security about this and they're on the way." Real smart lady. Get the other employees to tell you what I just said. Once security gets there, she starts crying like a little puppy, spewing lies and such. I didn't catch exactly what she said. I was busy telling my coworkers. The guard knew who I was and eventually explained that I was a worker. Eventually she leaves and I think it's over, but after about 5-ish minutes while I was writing this, I get a courier telling me I need to talk to my manager. Classic. Entitled person tells the manager, but thankfully the manager simply commending me for my action and discretion. I even got a small raise out of it, so I was happy. He offered me compensation for my injury, but I said it wasn't necessary. I'm not sure where the lady is at the moment, but I do hope you enjoyed reading this post. It ended well in the end, for now at least. If anything happens, I'll be sure to update you. I am the inventory. Background. I work at a home improvement store. The company's uniform is an orange apron. This happened about 8-ish months ago. My store manager informed us via papers posted all over the break room and training room that if anyone was interested in overtime, to let her or our HR lady know. Needless to say, I took full advantage of it by working 80 hours every week for, I think, 5 months straight. I was a part-time seasonal garden associate. I think I had 32 hours. I was working 12 to 13-hour shifts, so you can imagine how fast I knew our inventory like the back of my hand. People involved: me, Doctor Who; DA is the dumb butt who didn't want to believe me; CW is coworker; S is supervisor; ASM is assistant store manager. I came in like I normally do with my coffee in hand, clocked in, went outside, and saw my coworker coming up to me. They all come up to me and just make sure our counts are accurate. CW: hey, do we have any more of this? Shows me his phone with a pallet of stones. Me, looking at the phone. Hold on. Take a sip of my coffee. Nope. DA: how would you know if you have it or not? You didn't even look for it. Me: sir, I've been working here long enough that I know exactly how much of what we have outside and in our overheads. DA: but your website says you have X amount in stock. Me: yeah, well, I know the inventory better than our system does. Ask my coworker. I point my head towards him. CW: it's true, he knows where every pallet inside and out. If he says we don't have it, then we don't have it. If you want, I can check other stores that have it. DA: but your website says that you have it here. Me: and I say we don't. I've been waiting for a pallet of those for the last 3 days. If you don't believe me, I can have my supervisor come out here and confirm every word of what I just said to you. DA: yeah, call your super out here so I can talk to them myself. CW calls our super out and I explain everything to her. S: if he says we don't have it, then we don't have it. He knows our inventory better than our system. DA: clearly thinking we're all lying to him. I don't believe you. Me: do you want my store manager to come out and tell you something different? DA: clearly thinking that our store manager will say exactly what he wants to hear and tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, I want to have him come out and prove you wrong. You have it, you just don't want to give it to me. Me: not really caring too much, I grab my CW's phone and page for the store manager to come out to garden. Store manager wasn't in, so our ASM came outside. ASM: I wave them over, seeing everyone standing by the DA. Hi, I'm the ASM, how can I help you? DA: your employees here all say you don't have this stone in stock, but your website says you do. He, pointing to me, says you don't have it and didn't even bother to look. ASM: well, he does know our inventory better than our system, but if you want, we can take a look outside, assuming you, looking at CW, have checked the overheads already. CW gave the yep, did that already, smiles and nods. ASM, S, me, DA all went outside and looked around and didn't find it anywhere. I showed them exactly where we'd keep it if it was here and the slot was empty. ASM: well, there you have it, it's not here. DA: still not believing any of us. You're lying, it must be inside or behind the building. Me: don't you think any of us would do this just to, get you out of here? No, we value our customers. No matter how much I did want him to leave, I had to be professional in front of my supervisors, and they all said I did the right thing. DA left after another hour of searching himself, but never found it. Ended up complaining to our store manager, and she was fully on my side. She knows better than to question me on the inventory as well. They didn't believe I owned the place. To start, I have no idea where the confusion came from. I don't look young, I'm not short, my voice isn't high, I've already got a beer gut going on. I bought a house at 22. I'm in the garage putting down a layer of Rust-Oleum. It's like an epoxy linoleum that protects the cement. A sales rep walks up as I'm sealing the garage floor. Sales lady: hi, do you live here? Me: sure do. You own the place? Yep, just bought it. Can I talk to the homeowner? Sure can. Can you get your parents for me? Why? I'd like to talk to them about their carpet. So why are you at my house then? Should I just knock on the front door then? No one else is home. Oh, so when will the owners be home? He is home. Can I talk to him then? You have been. So, do you own the place? Yeah, I just bought it. She apologized and proceeded to pitch me a free carpet cleaning even though I insisted it was brand new. SL: all the carpet is new? Me: well, we laid out the old carpet in the basement until we finish it. Great, we'll clean that then. Me: it's being thrown away in a few months. That's okay. I mean, sure, I guess, but I'm not buying your cleaner, vacuum, or services. No worries. How about we come by at 3:30? If you want to clean it, sure, but I'm not buying anything. Great, we'll see you then. So 3:30 rolls around, but this time it's a different rep with cleaning equipment. Same thing happens. Sales guy: hey, I'm here to clean your carpet. That's an unbranded Kirby you have. I'm not buying anything. Oh, that's totally fine, sir. I'm actually just here to talk with your parents. They don't live here. Is anyone else home? No, just me. You know when they'll be back? Why? We had an appointment with the owner at 3:30. Yeah, that's why I answered the door. Oh, are you the owner? Sure am. He comes in and starts cleaning the temporary carpet even after I insisted multiple times I was not going to buy anything. I even told him that I won't be offended if he wants to just leave it as it is. I felt bad and tried to give him an out a few times. He finished and started going on with the sales pitch. I even interrupted him a couple of times to remind him I'm not buying. He probably went on another 15 minutes trying to convince me. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video to the end, and I'll see you soon.